So that's a question I've been asked probably 1,000 times in the last 6 months or so. And there's a few hobbies that I have. I don't know that if people know. And one of those is that I have a private pilot's license that I need to get recertified in order to fly again because I haven't had time to do that. And prior to being in this position, I was a pretty avid bicycle rider, so I would love to get back to that hobby. And I think plans will include connecting with kids in my community, maybe through one of those two hobbies.
I will be spending more time with my grandchildren, like everybody says, probably. And I hope to do volunteer work, either for Catholic Charities or one of the area charities.
Well, I'm going to do some different things. My husband is also retiring the end of the summer, probably, and we're hoping to go visit our granddaughters, which I will have a new granddaughter in July. So we hope to visit family a little more, and I have a son here too, and friends that have retired. So I'm going to have a little fun. I like to garden. We're going to do a little bit of traveling. I've been wanting to start a food blog for a long time, so I've gotten names. I have a food blog and do recipes and fresh ideas, almost like a Julia kind of movie, if you've seen that. And I like to garden. And I've had one other thought on the back of my mind for a long time. My nephew, who passed away at a young age from CP as a result from CP, he had a fundraiser some years before that and was able to get a special chair and equipment for him. And I've always thought it would be nice to do something philanthropic. And so I'm going to do some investigating and see if I can find through cerebral palsy, if I could raise money perhaps for a family that couldn't afford a certain chair, or for research. And I'd like to call it Justin's Fundraiser, and it would be memorable for his name. My brother and sister-in-law don't know this yet, but this is sort of my plans. It's on the back of my mind. I'm hoping at least I can do something that might help another child someday.
Well, since our only granddaughter's in Wisconsin and my wife's retiring as a school teacher in West Aurora at the end of this school year, we're planning on selling our house in Oswego and moving to Wisconsin. It's New Berlin near Milwaukee to be near our only grandchild.
That's great. Well, I'm going to take guitar lessons. I've always wanted to play the guitar, and during a late night infomercial, Keith Urban promised me that he could teach me how to play the guitar, so I'm going to take him up on it. So when I'm not practicing with Keith, I just want to be doing more of the things that I love to do. Reading, gardening, traveling in the beautiful months of September and October. I want to get back into hooking more, hooking with wool. I make rugs, so definitely want to do more of that. And most importantly, I want to spend more time with my sweet little grandson.
First graders love talking about math, so what's nice is that you can always refer to whatever is in a story or whatever you're talking about, and I'm lucky enough to have coast-to-coast plans. I'm from Pennsylvania, and I have lots of things to do in Pennsylvania and New Jersey and New York. I have a sister in New York. My son lives in California, so I will be spending time there, and I have a place to go to in Florida. So I also hope to go someplace that I've never been to before as often as I can. I'm a golfer, so hopefully can golf more with my friends and, garden and all those fun things. I love to read, so I'll be doing a lot of that.
Dabbling in real estate. I used to sell real estate, and I'm going to go back to that and see what I can do.
Well, my retirement is going to be a variety of things. I'm excited to spend more time with my grandkids. I'll have the fourth one this summer. So that'll be nice. I'll be able to go and help babysit and do all that stuff. I'm looking forward to not being on a schedule. I'll probably do some volunteer work. And for those of you that know me pretty well, you know that I'm planning on sitting on my screened-in porch with my fireplace going, a libation in hand, and a good book. A couple of things. I would hope they would say that I'm conscientious. I would hope that they'd say that I am kind and respectful to my students, and that I always try to do my best.
I'd like them to say that I made their life a little easier by helping them solve their problems, and that I have a good sense of humor.
People have said, what do you really want kids to do and to be when they grow up? And my answer is I just really want them to be good people, good citizens who really kind of are successful in life and like what they do. For me, I hope through the things that I've shown kids, or through my modeling or acting as a role model with them, I've provided them with good insight as to what it takes to be a successful adult. So I hope that they've actually learned through watching me and seeing what I do and how I interact with them in the hallways. So I would hope that people would stop and say that, he was just a good role model for kids. I would hope that they would say that his door was always open, that he listened to us, that he allowed teachers a pretty high degree of freedom to try new things and to experiment with things in class, but was always just interested in the success of kids.
Well, that I was dependable, that they could count on me, that I was a good worker, that I was a nice person to be around, I guess.
Hope that other teachers and fellow colleagues and people in Batavia School District would say that I was respected as a teacher, and that I tried to work with kids, and that I showed enthusiasm. I like to be enthused all the time. Today I gave my Mickey hands away. I used to do various things. We used to do different things and get kids involved. And I had a student last semester that just loved the hands, and she'd always, can we do this? Can we do this? So I saw her today, and I decided I don't have any real use for those, even though I love Mickey Mouse with my Mickey collection. So today was kind of exciting. I gave her my Mickey hands, and she was so excited.
Some people tell me I'm too nice, and so I guess my question is, can you be too nice? Also, I've been told I'm creative and patient. I know I'm reliable, and I'm conscientious. So I just hope that if people have said that about me, that those things are true.
That I was almost invisible, because hopefully most of the things that needed to be done around here were done.
Well, today I actually asked my students to write down a couple of things anonymously that they thought of me as a teacher. And I was really happy when I read them that they said a lot of the things that I would hope that they would say about me. And mainly that I was fun in the classroom, and that I was really caring. I cared about their learning, and that I was hardworking. So when it comes to what my colleagues would say about me, I thought, what better thing to do than bring in the person who's been tormenting, teaching next to me for the last, I don't know how many years, lots of years, and just see what he would have to say about me.
Well, I think immediately of the tea dribbles on the floor. So for years and years, Jan has had like her warm tea beverage in the morning, and you can always tell when she's walked down the hall because there would be like a trail of tea goo on the floor. And as you advanced in age, it seems like your motor skills got to decline, and the little puddles and pools would get bigger and bigger as she would spill more. And then today, this is a true story, this just happened today. She's very prone to ending class a couple minutes early, so Madame Pasconaille can go to the bathroom, so she'll march her class down maybe 2 to 5 to 7 minutes before class ends. I know that you changed a lot of lives, and teaching next to Jan was a true joy, and on behalf of all of your colleagues, I think we would all say that you were a blast to work with every single day.